I bring up the percentages game because something similar happened with the Albanian migrants. You mentioned that they fell by 92% after Rishi Sunak struck the deal. But then if you looked at the quarters that continued, because numbers rose by a negligible amount, you could actually argue that they rose by a huge percentage as well. And I think there are a lot of people who are frustrated about the net figure, the net total immigration statistics, who, if we're going to get into the politics of this, feel like they're not always being told the full story when we talk about those statistics. They feel as though it's blurring the numbers, because if you actually look at the numbers, there's not a substantial difference.
You're talking about illegal migration?
Yes.
Yeah, well, like I've said already, since the general election, the last 7 months, there are about 28%, I've said it like 4 or 5 times now, there are 28% more people that have entered illegally than the same period 12 months prior. That is a significant increase. But frankly, the numbers before were too high. It should be zero. Nobody should be entering the country illegally by small boat. And I remain completely convinced that a removals deterrent, like Rwanda, but it could be another country, it doesn't have to be Rwanda, a removals deterrent in principle would stop this. And people like the National Crime Agency have said you need a deterrent to stop the crossings. Law enforcement alone, it's important, law enforcement, but on its own, it's not enough. And that's why it was such a stupid mistake of the government, the Labour government, to cancel the Rwanda deterrent. They should have given it a try, but they didn't. They just, for ideological reasons, cancelled it before it even started. And we're now seeing European countries, I mean, Italy are doing it already, but we're now seeing suggestions that, a new government in Germany, after their election in a few weeks' time, might well be looking at something similar. So I think we're going to see other European countries going ahead with that kind of approach, and certainly the USA are beginning to look at it as well, whereas the Labour government are going apparently in the opposite direction, and that's why illegal migration on their watch so far has gone up.